Good day, everyone. Time now for Weather News Today with J7409. The name you know, the news you can use. We have the NAM model up right now for the lower 48. We'll turn her on. Let her run through starting this morning around 8 a.m. You can see the systems move through. And if any of you guys have any weather pictures or strange sky pictures that you think don't look just right, any kind of pictures like that, please, if you'd like to send them to me so I can share them with everyone and feature them as my cover thumbnail, please click Show More below the video, scroll down, and you'll find an email address to send them to. And if it's your first time here and you like to know what's happening with the weather in every way, please hover over the J7409 in the lower right-hand bottom corner. It will pop up, click it, subscribe, click the bell, and then you will be guaranteed to receive the latest weather news, forecast, and alerts as they happen. Now, we are up on the NAM model till 7 a.m. tomorrow morning. I'm just letting it run through so you guys can see the systems move through and what might be approaching or in your areas at this time. Rain, rain, rain. That's the big deal, especially down in Texas and Oklahoma for today. Because today, my friends, later this afternoon, you guys could have a chance of some severe thunderstorm activity, and I'm going to get to that in just a few seconds as the systems roll on through. You can see when we get a little farther north, we have some freezing rain that mixes in with the rain up in Pennsylvania and New York. Mostly rain everywhere else, so from Ohio down to Texas as we go through the valley area. We do have some snow over in Montana, and now we are up to 3 a.m. Wednesday morning as we see these systems move through. Now around 3 or 4 o'clock this afternoon, these thunderstorms are going to start to roll in all the way from Kansas and parts of Oklahoma and Texas. Big time down in Texas. And some of these, the ones up in Wichita and Oklahoma at this time, do not look to be severe, but some of these in Texas are. As you can see, around Abilene, going out just south of Sweetwater, all the way up in this area, wherever it's blue, if you're in any of these areas, you do have a chance of some severe thunderstorm activity this afternoon. We'll move it on down, and right here, these two little cells right here look like they could become severe also, just southeast of Fort Stockton. As you see, they go all the way from Texas up into Kansas. At this time, we'll turn it on. Now, this doesn't mean they're going to exactly happen at this exact time, okay? You can see how the system is blowing up. Now, I'm not going to go through each and every one of these areas right now. If I see any sign of rotation in any of these storms as they move through this afternoon and tonight, I will, put an alert up and keep an eye on. And they also start over in New Mexico, all the way up to Colorado. This is a pretty wild system right here, and it's filled with lots and lots of rain. And there is a great chance of severe activity that could occur, especially down here around Texas, Louisiana, Oklahoma, Arkansas, even later in the week over in Mississippi. Right now it's up to Wednesday. You can see how they're still going. There is severe cells in all of this. Please be aware of it. It's great whether a tornado could happen, people. So please, please keep this in mind throughout this week, more or less. Not just today, but throughout this week until this system finally gets off. You can see how it's moving across. It's not going to completely be gone with the chance of severe weather until probably coming up late Friday or Saturday. It progresses all the way down into Florida before it gets out of here. Up in South Carolina, in Tennessee, North Carolina, Kentucky. You see how far it's going? Kentucky, West Virginia, Washington, D.C., the Maryland area, all the way up. It's still going on at 2 a.m. Saturday morning, but hopefully everybody can stay safe. But please be alert at what's going on in your area if you have any kind of chance of thunder shower activity and if you see dark skies approaching. Okay, we're going to check out the sky cover with my old faithful map here. It seems to be the most dependable of all. Fancy stuff and new stuff ain't sometimes what it's cracked up to be, is it, people? You got the deal. You know the drill. If it's blue, you got clear skies. If it's gray, you don't have clear skies. For all of my sky watchers out there, this is set at 8 a.m. for this morning. We will move it on across to 11 a.m. You can see the clouds are moving towards the east now as the system begins to get cranked up. 2 p.m. this afternoon, 5 p.m. this afternoon. So let's move it on up until tonight, and we will come down to 8 p.m., 11 p.m., 2 a.m., and 5 a.m. So if you got any sky watching going on that you need and really want to get, if you are over in any of these sections in the mid-Atlantic going towards the east, northeastern places, you'll be safe through tonight, right down along the coastlines. But as you go further in, you can see the clouds begin to thicken up and get dark. So hopefully, if you got anything you want to do, you can do it today or maybe early evening. That'll be a little tricky, but maybe that'll work for you. Let's hope so. Here we have the latest 6 a.m. run of the GFS model, courtesy of Tropical Tidbits. We'll turn her on, and this is what's happening, my friends. We got an upper level trough that's moving across the Pacific Northwest, and it's going to continue to bring active weather across the region in addition to the northern Rockies through today, then shifting eastward by tomorrow. Now, widespread light precipitation is expected for the Pacific Northwest and the Intermountain West through this morning. Now, by this afternoon, most of the rain at higher elevation snow will be confirmed to the Pacific Northwest and the Central Rockies. By Tuesday, snow will shift to the Southern Rockies, and a steady stream of moisture will provide continuous rounds of showers, and higher elevation snow is going to happen across the Pacific Northwest through tomorrow. In terms of higher elevation snow, well, the Cascades and mountain ranges in Wyoming can expect heavy snow through today. By tomorrow, heavy snow will be continuing across the Washington Cascades in addition to the northern Rockies, with snow increasing across the southern Rockies. Far east, a swath of snow will move through the upper Midwest, with a chance of ice along the Minnesota-Iowa border. Now, as we move on across the U.S., the thunderstorms are going to start to fire off along a dry line in the southern plains this afternoon. Now, most of these thunderstorms will be confined to west and central Texas and to Oklahoma, just like I've showed you. Now, expect these thunderstorms to form this afternoon, with convergence decreasing by later this evening. But you can see, yeah, they're going to slack up, but they ain't going nowhere, people. They're going to be with you right on through the week, off and on. So keep your eyes on them, okay? Now, they've got a bunch of moisture, and the moisture might not be so great today, but it is going to grow continuously. There is going to be a chance of flooding before this week's out in a lot of places, I'm afraid, okay? Now, the center of this system has a slight risk of severe thunderstorms this afternoon and tonight, and by Tuesday, the cold front will push southward across the middle Mississippi Valley and the southern plains. Now, deep southerly flow will provide copious amounts of moisture. Like I told you, lots of water, folks, from the Gulf of Mexico ahead of the cold front. Remember, this is what happened last week down in Florida. A cold front was coming through. Ahead of the cold front, those severe thunderstorms happened. So, please be aware of what's around you if you're in these areas. Now, the front will provide a focal point for convection to occur. Heavy rainfall is expected with this excessive rainfall possible from the middle Mississippi Valley to northeast Texas. And in addition to all that, well, you've got this chance of severe thunderstorm activity, and it's possible across central Texas as thunderstorms fire ahead of the cold front. The heavy rainfall event is expected to continue beyond the short-term period of the forecast from the National Weather Service. So, just like I told you, just because you get maybe not too much today, look out the days ahead. It's going to stay with you for most of this week, anywhere from Texas, Oklahoma, right on up in this area as it moves across, and then everybody else in between in a day or so is going to get a chance of this also. And you can just see some of those rain showers, how they're getting together there. And see those? This is very, very heavy rain, people. Very, very perfect conditions for something to form. I'm not saying it's going to, I'm saying there's a very good chance it could. So with all that said and done, everybody have a safe Monday. Happy Monday to everybody. Keep your eyes on the sky, and please be aware of what the clouds or skies are looking like around you, wherever you are, to stay safe, okay? Don't forget to subscribe. I thank you so much for subscribing, sharing. Share this information, especially if you're anybody watching in these areas today, because later on, that's when these storms should start to fire up. Share it with your friends, share it with your family. Make sure everybody stays safe, okay? Thank you so much for the comments. I love it, and I love talking with everybody yesterday as we had the live program going on. I love you guys so much. Thanks for everything, and also the likes and the thumbs up. Each and every one of you, I wish nothing for you but much peace, love, and kindness. Thanks for watching.